Hello again. I think it's fair to say that if anybody had suggested 20 years ago that the King of England's brother would be arrested and that the King himself would be married to a divorced woman and not on speaking terms with his own son, most people would have found such a scenario far-fetched and fantastic. Yet here we are now, with the former Prince Andrew in a cell and the King's son estranged from him. Cast your mind back 20 or 30 years or so. We had a queen and her husband who had both served during the Second World War and who set an example to us all in the way in which they conducted themselves. No question of divorce there, let alone either of them ending up being detained by the police. They were a perfect example to us all. Their children, of course, left a little to be desired, but from what we knew, they did foolish things and made unguarded remarks rather than actually doing bad things. Since then, though, the whole royal family mystique has unravelled. All Queen Elizabeth's children have been divorced, including her eldest son, who was heir to the throne. We now have a king who was divorced, married to a divorced woman. Speaking for myself, by the way, when I hear somebody mention the Queen, I always think of Elizabeth rather than the one currently holding that job. Then, too, one of the King's sons is also married to a divorced woman. As for his brother, who is at the moment being questioned by the police, one cannot bear to think about him. Nothing of the kind has happened in the royal family for centuries. It's all starting to look like such a dreadful mess that people are saying that this could mark the beginning of the end for the monarchy in this country. A few years ago, I would have been sorry about such an idea. It would have made me feel a bit sad, but with the Queen and Prince Philip gone, I'm not at all sure that the shower that remain are really worth hanging on to.